Hi guys, welcome to another video. If it's your first time here, my name is Jolene. I am here to talk about mental health and my journey with that. Hopefully give you some insights and some tips and tricks and all that good stuff. And that I just want to create a community where we can grow and support one another. And that's my goal. I am not currently a licensed mental health professional though, so please take what I say with a grain of salt. This is not medical advice in any way. I'm just sharing my experience, things that have helped me, and hopefully things that can help you. And with that, let's get into it. I want to talk about routines a little bit today. I'm going to talk about my morning and evening routines. And these are not something that are set in stone. These are something that are evolving over time as I find more tools to help me deal with anxiety. You just notice you can totally see my messy bed back there. Oh well. I'm human. See my chaotic life. No, it's really not chaotic. I want to be real though. I want to be open and honest. That's part of, I think, how we build rapport, how we build relationships is being open and honest, and having someone you can have that kind of relationship with is important. Anyways, bunny trail. So routines. My morning routine, getting ready for the day. I like to have a relaxed morning routine. I like to get up a little earlier than I might need to. So I'm not rushing out the door because that really sets the tone for my day. Currently, my routine is I wake up, I read my devotional. It's usually a 1-2 minute quick devotional. I do that before I even get out of bed. If you're not one who is into devotionals, I would suggest doing a breathing practice. And this is something that I might even start doing soon. But doing a quick breathing exercise to kind of set your intention for the day, I think would be really great and important. And that, for me, that's what I do with my devotional. I set the tone for my day. Then I get up, I get dressed, do my morning bathroom routine. And then I go downstairs and I get breakfast. If it's a day that I'm working, I'll get coffee and head out the door. If it's a day that I'm not working, I will have my breakfast. I'll usually put on some YouTube, something like that. Maybe watch some other streaming service. And I'll have my breakfast. And I'll wait a little bit. And then I'll get my coffee. And this is important. It sounds kind of silly, but it really helps me with morning anxiety. I notice with weaning off of my anxiety medication, especially that first week, I had a lot of morning time anxiety, and my heart rate was fast. I just felt tense. It wasn't that my mind was anxious, my body felt anxious. And so I've noticed if I wait about an hour or so after getting up in the morning, before I have my coffee, it actually really helps so that it doesn't heighten anymore. It helps so I can get, on top of that, I can get that controlled better, and then I can have my caffeine stimulant. That's not always as much of an option when I'm working. I'm going to have to play with that a little bit. Due to quarantine, I'm not working a regular schedule right now. I am going to be starting doing some work next week at some of the schools. And that, so I'll have to play around with that a little bit. But that's generally my morning time routine. I do like to get a little bit done in the morning as far as like chores. I'm more of a morning person than an evening person. So I like to make sure the kitchen's cleaned up and do this quick little tidy up things if they haven't been done the night before, or unload the dishwasher. I like to do that in the morning. Just kind of sets a nice tone for the day. And then I go about my daily whatever things I like to do. Again, if I'm not working on that day, so like weekends, and that I like to get my big tasks for the day done early. I feel accomplished, then I can rest and relax and play. I like to get work done, then play. And that. So whatever I have on my to-do list. So for my evening time routine, evening for me is not just about relaxing and unwinding for the day. it is also about preparing for the next day. So usually I have my dinner, I play with my girls, I spend some time with my husband, girls go to bed. Uh, I will often do things that I want to do for myself at this point. That's hard to do when you have littles. You know, doing some self care by playing my guitar, doing some sewing projects, reading a book, watching a movie with the husband, um, taking a bubble bath, whatever I am in the mood for doing. Um, and then when I actually come upstairs, though, unless I'm up here a couple hours before I plan to go to bed, because for me, my bedroom is my sanctuary. It is where I get away from the craziness of the day. It's where I come to relax, unwind. It's my space. It's truly my sanctuary. And that's why I record upstairs. So, anyways, um, I'll come up. Sometimes I'll come up before I'm planning to go to bed, and then I'll often put on the TV and watch whatever while I'm dinking around upstairs, putting away laundry or tidying up or whatever. I usually find something to do. I like to stay busy. Sometimes as a distraction from my emotions, but sometimes I'm just bored and I want to do something productive. Anyways, bunny trail. So I'll come upstairs. If I'm coming up shortly before going to bed, I make sure my electronics are off or silenced. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on YouTube. I don't turn the TV on. I come up. I'll do my bathroom routine, which for me is very just calming. Having that routine of my oral care, my skincare. It starts to tell my mind it's time to wind down. It's time to relax. And then I will sometimes, depending on how tired I am, I'll read for about a half an hour. Again, just depends on my mood. And go through my little goofy ritual before bed of I like to put Vicks under my nose. I get nighttime congestion, and that's a cheap, easy way to help it. Put my chapstick on. My goofy little things I do before I go to sleep. And then most nights I'd say I do a bedtime meditation. I found an app that really helps me go to sleep. It doesn't put me to sleep every night. But if you've learned about meditation is not there to have a goal. You don't go in with the intention of, this is going to put me to sleep. No, you go and you experience what that meditation has for you that day. And that often does put me to sleep. I'm often out within 5 minutes, and it's a half an hour meditation. And sometimes I'm still quite awake at the end of it, but I feel more relaxed and unwind. My mind is a lot clearer most of the time. Sometimes it does feel like I've failed at my meditation because my mind is still going, but again, that's a separate video I want to do at some point, is just talking about meditation and my take on it. But evening meditation is something that really helps me to unwind, to relax, become aware of the sensations in my body, and go to sleep. I used to have to take 2 sleep aids a night to sleep and stay asleep. Right now, with being off of the anxiety medication, getting to sleep is being a struggle for me some nights. And once I'm to sleep, I've been doing pretty well, but getting to sleep has been a bit of a challenge lately. I think because I'm not as active right now as when I am working, that plays a big role for me. But it's better than it used to be, so that's good. And so those are the basics to my morning and evening routines. Oh, wait. I forgot. In the evening, I also, again, if it's a working day or if I have errands I need to run in the morning, things like that, I like to get ready for that the day before. So, pack my lunch the night before. If I have to get my girls ready because we're going somewhere in the morning, I get out their outfits. I make sure the diaper bag is together. Things are by the door as much as possible. I make it as easy for me in the morning. I put out my clothes for the next day. And yeah, I might change my mind in the morning, but I like to put out my clothes for the next day. So I mean, I'm up, do my devotion, I get my clothes on, do my bathroom routine real quick, have some breakfast. I'm out the door in 30 minutes usually. And if you're wondering when I shower in there, because things like that are important, typically in the evening. But I don't really have a routine with that. So, anyways, that's how I go through preparing for the next day, how I unwind from the day, how I get ready for the day. I hope that helps. Hopefully that gives you some insight of how those routines help to manage my anxiety, manage my stress. My main goal is to prepare for the next day, the day before, to unwind from that day, and then have a relaxed morning where I'm not in a rush. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'd appreciate a like, a subscribe, a comment, all of it. I'd appreciate it.